Breaking News. IPOB Simon Ekpa petitions UN, US, EU, over Biafra. Simon Ekpa's Biafra Republic government in exile writes on US, EU, solicits support for Nigeria's breakup through referendum. Ekpa explained that the reason why Nigeria has not progressed is that the relationships between the tribes have remained cantankerous and pugnacious. The newly formed Biafra Republic government in exile Breji has written to the United Nations General Assembly, United States government, International Criminal Court, and the European Union to request their support for a referendum from the government of Nigeria to exit and to restore the sovereign state of Biafra through peaceful means. The letter dated April 28, 2023, titled, Petition on the expired tenure of the amalgamation of the Southern and Northern Protectorates into one Nigeria, was signed by Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister Breji. Ekpa is the self-proclaimed disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Ekpa enumerated reasons why the UN and Western powers should support the peaceful exit of Biafra from Nigeria, noting that the Frederick-Lugard amalgamation of the Southern and Northern Protectorates into one Nigeria in 1914 expired after 100 years. According to him, the union needs to be renegotiated. He reminded in the letter that the amalgamation agreement of Nigeria into one country was for the sole interest of the British Crown, and was not meant to last beyond 100 years as stated in the amalgamation document of 1914. He added that the agreement stated that after 100 years, any tribe, group or region that does not want to continue in the union will be free to exit the union called Nigeria. The year 2023 makes that amalgamation agreement 109 years. Therefore, the amalgamation agreement has expired. An agreement is binding and Nigeria should and must be renegotiated, and freedom granted to groups that wish to exit the Nigerian Union, especially long-suffering Biafran people, to avoid the repeat of Rwanda or repeat of Afghanistan. It will bring lasting peace and put an end to insurgency in the Sahel region, whose target is to overrun entire Nigeria, make Nigeria a safe haven for terrorists and start to launch attacks against the West, America and their interests, he said. The letter further read, Nigeria is made up of several nation-states, which are distinct and parallel with dangerous diversity. There is no similarity or commonality between the people of the South and the Northern Protectorates. Hence, the amalgamation is very wickedly conceived and implemented, which explains why it was hurriedly signed into law without due consultation with the indigenous people. Since the British imposed amalgamation, there has been constant rift between the tribes. The Nigerian system is geared towards constantly building suspicion amongst the various tribes, thereby causing hostility, particularly from the Fulani towards Biafrans. Former Premier of Northern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello's statements about IGBOs, an ethnic group in Biafraland, during a BBC interview in the 20th century, clearly shows the sealed foundation of Nigerian government's discriminatory position against other ethnic groups, most especially Biafrans. Ahmadu Bello stated that all important posts are being held by Northerners. A Northerner first. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian but on contract too. Biafrans continue to suffer this discrimination and hatred displayed by Ahmadu Bello till today. Ekpa explained that the reason why Nigeria has not progressed is that the relationships between the tribes have remained cantankerous and pugnacious. The leader of the Biafra government in exile queried the United States, European Union, United Nations and Britain for accepting and allowing the compromised February 25 presidential election, instead of supporting a referendum to renegotiate Nigeria, while insisting that the Union of Nigerian has expired and as it stands today, is an illegitimate entity. According to the letter, the Biafrans, who are estimated at over 75 million people, occupy the territories of the old eastern region of Nigeria. Some, he said, are living in Nigeria while others are scattered all over the world.